You're now tuned in to radiodr.co.za.
Hey, it's about that time. It's party time from the Cultured Swine on radiodr.co.za.
Hi, it's party time from the Cultured Swine, and we're on episode 8. And today I'm riding solo because the dragon and the captain think they have better things to do. I'm kidding, but they're just not here today. I fired them. Today I'll be talking about identifying one's sexuality with our guest Undum Gobozi, but is formerly known as Morris Jose. Unjani Ngadavi. Can you come forward?
First of all, it's Maurice Jose, not Morris.
Ooh!
But it's fine. English is not our,
Boo, 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 boo.
English is not our main language.
Hey, Unjani, I got.
I'm good. I'm just tired. But I'm good.
At least you found your way here, finally.
After your horrible directions.
I literally gave you the address and everything.
But see, it was just still wrong because it came from you, so it's fine.
Oh, wait. So today's drink of the day is proudly sponsored by Hunter's. Hunter's Gold Fondue. I drink Hunter's dry, but Uslu kind of broke, man. So, Sister Gold. How you feeling?
What do you mean he broke it?
He literally opened the fridge and the dry fell.
So he didn't break it. He was a part of the process that led to the thing being broken.
He fucking broke it.
Okay.
It's him. It's his fault.
That wouldn't stand in courts, by the way.
Anyway, I want my Hunter's dry. Slew, I want it. Equal court.
Yes, see what happens. Nifundanga khulu, but nifundanga enough. So your ancestors, they still come back as a land.
Hey, dude. I almost said Ikota, and I'm like,
You know,
no, that's not what it is.
The funny thing is, even if you're the only person amongst white people, you still laugh at yourself.
That's right.
And then you later on be grateful that actually none of my people are here to witness what would have been a very horrible death.
Hey, gobagunzima. So for those of you who don't know Undu, can you please tell us a bit about yourself and tell us about your fashion designing?
Okay. My name is Undutuz because you're going to keep hearing Du and you think my name is Dumi, so never. So I was born in Durban, obviously. It's not obvious, but I was born in Durban. But I've lived between Durban and Cape Town, like back before I finished high school. I'm a fashion designer, design women's wear, but occasionally dabble with men.
Dabble with men.
Just to get some money by making them clothes. Yeah, so I don't know. Like, I feel like it's a very weird question when someone says, or a weird thing to do when someone says, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, phela sazi, suwenzani.
Like, maybe, like...
No, phela, like what I'm saying is, okay, sisiyazi go to Puma Punjani, but it's talking about Maurice Jose. Yeah.
Okay, so Maurice Jose is the name of my brand. The name... Okay, Maurice was a name I've always liked. But I'm not going to tell you for what reasons, but I've always really been a fan of the name Maurice. And then Jose is the last 4 letters of my surname, because I was like, I don't want to use my actual name. I don't have a Jenny Button situation happening later on in my life.
Yeah.
But then I still wanted some part of me in it.
Yeah.
Where I don't feel like way too attached. That, let's say, God willing, a company comes to me one day and says, we want to buy your brand.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to get rid of it because it has my whole name and stuff.
Hey.
You know what I mean? So basically, see, this is weird when designers talk about their brands. We at we, you know, I. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're projecting the we out into the fact that you might be able to hire more people and grow your brand, but that's whatever.
Yeah.
I, or Maurice Jose, specializes in like occasion garments. But as of next year, I am walking away from one-on-one bespoke. Well, 90% is walking away. There's still going to be 10%.
Yeah.
What I want to do is I want to do ready to wear. Because there's a problem. Clients don't pay. The ones who pay the least say and complain about the most. The ones who pay a lot and come at you with like, you have creative freedom.
Yeah.
Hardly ever call you, even for fittings. They don't keep reminding you. at most they might ask you the day of. Hey, listen, are we still on tonight, or do you need another a few days, whatever it is? Because my thing also, I feel like Durban design, like actually designers in general, don't think it's all about me. I want to be seen. I want to be on stage. I want people to recognize me. And as much as they can say they don't like fame, there is a subconscious part of them that craves that fame. And for me, what I want to do is I actually want to get to a point where when I die, there is a meeting with board members picking the next creative director, thus securing people's jobs and help. Because I don't want to, for example, David Lale, if he had to pass away today, who is the next person to take over the job? Which one of his interns do we know so well to be able to carry out his work? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I remember the people I was speaking to the one time at a bar. I mean, granted, we were drinking, but I mean, sometimes drinking doesn't totally render you unable to do anything.
Very
Speak
true.
Sense, yeah. And I was telling them, and I remember mentioning it was a couple, it was a white couple. And I remember mentioning to them, I actually want to get to a point where Chanel is.
Yeah.
Where literally Carl died. There was someone they knew in the company take over. If she had to die, maybe they can be able to like steal from another brand. That's what I want. Because I can't. Black people have a tendency of not wanting to leave behind a legacy. I'm not trying to leave a legacy. I just want to leave a mark. And if that mark is someone maybe 50 years down the line doesn't really know, like they work at Maurice Hosey but don't even know the story. My thing is, you work there, you have a job, you can feed your family. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
I mean, we always for the now. Like, I want to pop bottles now. I want to get a new car now. I want to. You know what it is? And people sort of, they love talking about how they're going to look after their kids and everything. But it's like, you're not doing, like, by looking after kids will be leaving a mark beyond money.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
I go with my shares, I go with something.
Yeah.
So basically, that's like the, like, I has 20-year plan for Maurice Hosey. But as of next year, I really want us to do ready to wear, but high end ready to wear. You know, I want, and I love having diverse garments all in one. So I want to make clothes where you can wear it from the morning with sneakers, midday with flip-flops, and then the evening with like a proper shoe.
Yeah, I like clothes like that, hey.
Because in as much as you can say, okay, as a company, you wouldn't make a lot of money back. My thing is, customers have now been given opportunity to learn about quality.
Yeah.
And a lot of them grabbed it and ran with it. So Lento Guts, you're going to make me one thing and think I'm going to keep coming back for you for different things. It's not going to work. If anything, I'll come back to you for the things I know will last and that are diverse in what they can do.
Yeah.
And again, I say a lot of designers don't think like that. And that's why I often feel like, you know, you be sitting around people, not necessarily designers, because I'm also not friends with a lot of designers.
Aren't you?
No, I see it, but it's just like,
you're just...
Yeah. You're a Taz, I'm a Rolls Royce. Different directions kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's a thing of Woodsie, like, there's just, there are a few designers in Durban. Yeah, I must say it. I didn't say it. I've heard people say things. And so everything I'm about to say now is alleged. That have been known to not finish garments. As in the person arrives on the Saturday of the situation of Friday, the night before.
Ukuzolanda.
Receipts plastic. You know that looks ain't that
Yeah.
You know, some of them really do horrific jobs, like horrendous. I remember the one time I was a dresser at the only annual fashion situation we have in Durban.
Yeah.
And a designer walked in, because as dressers, we also used to prep the clothes.
Yeah.
So if your clothes had no instructions, we'd just steam it. But if you had specific garments that required special attention, we were able to deal with that. And there's one who came in, arrogance like you will not believe. You would swear. You would actually swear if you Google him. Ukona page 5 for Google.
Hey.
And I remember looking at his clothes. Babes, the seams on the inside were not overlocked. The hems were folded once, not overlocked. So, you know, obviously it is a fashion show.
Yeah.
So it's a show concentrated in clothing. So you're putting on a performance. So obviously when things are steamed and the hair and makeup is looking great and the lights are doing the things and the music is here, no one is going to pick up on those things. And then these are the people who always get given a platform to show, you know. And this is not me being shady at all. Like, guys.
Nah, I get you. I'm going to say The
But
night
it
before.
was a whole collection. Every single thing in that designer's collection had no craftsmanship. So basically, no one could have approached him straight after the show and say, I want
Yeah.
to buy that off you.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing some designers would have sold it because they don't care about quality. You know, I'm all for self-taught, but there's something self-taught doesn't teach you. And that's where you start seeing, it's okay, you clearly, there's no history in any university or any technicon or whatever it is.
Yeah. And do you think there's any, especially in Durban, any other designer that is directly like your competition? Mhlambe omaziyo, kwamuzo, seen their work.
Not in competition, because like I was saying, it's a lot of, I feel like I've always had a different aesthetic to every designer. Like when someone, you find that out of 10 designers, I'd be the 1 out of 10 who'd be like, no, that's not cute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I remember one time I even posted on Facebook and I was like, if you had to remove sequins, lace, and chiffon, there's some fabric, wait, I said sequins?
Sequins, lace.
There's one thing I mentioned, like another thing. And I was like, a lot of Durban designers would be in trouble because a lot of them rely on color, rely on beads reflecting back, rely on they just rely on
African
props.
print.
African print, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me, it's not easy to make an African print garment. I remember even yesterday I was giving one to a client and I mean, she loved it. She absolutely loved it. But because there was not enough contrast fabric, I was so stressed.
Yeah.
For me, I'm just like, African print, okay, yeah, it must be part of it. But why don't you only have it maybe at the cuffs and the button stand and the collar? You know what I mean? Okay, pockety, fine. Why must you always,
Be a whole
you know what I mean?
outfit, yeah.
Because sometimes you might find some of those outfits would be so beautiful if the African print was contrast
Yeah.
and then you had a main fabric. Because then you can see more of the print without the print being all up in your face and stuff. So there's one I look up to. There's one designer I absolutely look up to, Francois Videm. A lot of people don't know him.
Yeah, I don't know him, but I'll look him up, yeah.
If I was like a woman, the reason I wouldn't know him is because my pockets aren't deep enough to actually know him. No, there are those people, literally, who you only know because you can afford.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his work is absolutely great. But in terms of competition, I don't think I have competition. And I always say, a lot of Durban designers are so lucky that I don't have money yet. Because if I had the money, to do what I need to do, people would be like, okay, we see what he's doing. What is all of your guys' excuses? You know what I mean? So I don't think I have a competition. I mean, some might look at me and be like, oh, but who is he? I'm like, yeah, okay.
Watch the space. Watch the space, guys, Ngampela, because Undu also did my outfit for Memulo Wami, and I still absolutely am amazed by it. Like, I'm super.
But do you see now the example I was making?
Yes, that African print, yes.
Okay, obviously with the sleeves, I know it had to like with bell sleeves, a lot of
yeah.
fabric, but it was there to complement the mustard, if you will. And also because by the way, that was the color of her outfit.
Yeah.
And the mustard was also there to complement. You know what I mean? The two worked hand in hand. Because now if it was all plain, not cute.
Dude.
If it was all print, it wouldn't have had the same impact as it did. And people don't understand that.
Yeah. And yakumbua hamba pants pesos barely a print.
It was. I remember that. You know, I feel like your parents ruined you by not just make you live in the hood, like or something. I remember when we were crossing the road. It's a one way. It's a one way. As in, we are standing and the cars would be coming from our left, going towards our right, towards the north or South Beach, and the robot was red. And this woman is looking at the the paying our rights. No cars coming up because all cars are going down. And then she said, I remember this oh my God, are we even safe here in town? I was like, no. Like, I don't like town. Like, I avoided but when you said that, I realized, no, I thought I was bad. I thought I was like, because I've been told, what's in gas China and Shruti, like, I look down. I don't look down, because to get to, like, I don't know, Osaka, I need to go past town.
Yeah, very true.
To get to that corner of the world, I need to go to the chairman.
Dude.
So I can't hate town. You know what I mean? It gets me there, but it's also like, I'm not trying to be there unnecessarily.
Yeah, well, when I say I don't come to this side of town, people don't understand. Like, I rarely come to this side of town to down Glenwood, like those areas. No.
Yeah. Listen, the beauty I think of the north is that everything you need is there. A lot of people wouldn't be traveling far. unless they want to experience culture to like elsewhere. If you like, for me, it's like Chairman and like certain places being an exception. But why am I coming to South Beach when there's clearly Glen Ashley and there's Mhlanga and there's same water? Know what I mean?
Literally,
the one's a little rocky.
literally.
But I mean, it's like, so
And
I don't blame
like
you.
it's a bit more. Those are like low key more private beachy than
So I don't blame you for not traveling everywhere. It was often on Galavel. You know what I mean? It's like if you had to get stranded and you're calling someone. It's like,
Cabanga.
what were we doing there?
Cabanga. Akekho umuntu ozokhipha imoto ayokulanda le
Especially
epoint.
knowing it's not what you do every day.
Hey.
If it was you every day, ngakland. If nje all of a sudden you just support you doing, like, what are you doing there? If anything, I want to know the story, so I know is it worth me getting up. Maybe it makes me a bad person, but it's whatever. I don't really care.
So, like I had said, we're talking about sexuality and basically identifying one's sexuality. How do you feel about this? Like the topic, sexuality.
I don't know.
Okay,
it's
how
a,
did
it's
you?
It's part of my everyday life anyway, so
Yeah.
it's just like, it's not even a topic.
What was your journey like into identifying your sexuality?
Let's see. I think I've always known. I won't lie to you. Like,
You've always known.
I've always known because I knew there's something that people don't like. And you end up picking up that, should see these kind of mannerisms, or maybe you look at what that person's doing and you maybe know that you don't mind what's going on, and they're like, you know what I mean? Because even in primary school, I'd literally, because I went to primary school actually in Durban, and those ladies sell toys. And
Yeah.
they also sell like Barbie dolls, but the cheap ones. So I'd literally buy it to go play, because I'd buy one every day.
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
No,
do
no,
I
no,
tell
no,
people like to Papi doll every day?
I buy this on 5 rand. It was 5 rand. Hey?
What the hell,
It was-
dog?
And 5 rand, like, it was 2000.
Imali
and
eningi le,
that's-
imali eningi.
Because you know, one time at 50 rand in the tax shop, my parents were called in. Because
So I remember
rand
that,
in the
yes.
tax shop. And to think now, even if someone has a primary school kid takes out 200 rand,
Aibo,
I
u-50 rand uyahlekwa nje tu.
so wow, what are you planning on having, like some chips and cool drink? So yeah, so like it just so I used to buy them, but then I think because I remember I used to cut all the hair off. Like I used to cut all the
Yeah,
hair
I
out.
did that with mine
I'd
as well.
Sometimes gorge the eyes.
Yeah.
And remove the body parts and replace them in different places.
What? Okay, I didn't go that
Yeah,
far,
no.
but yeah.
Then obviously, I think knowing that I'm different.
Yeah.
Knowing that I feel like I like a certain type of person, but being told, not directly, but just in general, that I'm not allowed to. Yeah, but then obviously it was almost like a relief when I was actually able to put a name to what it is. There's nothing worse than knowing that you're not the same as everyone,
But you don't know what it is.
and now you're out here thinking that you're a mistake or whatever. But that's like the worst, because you don't know, like, why is that group of people does this, the others do this, but I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When it's at a young age, you can't really identify. I mean, obviously people play around and do things, whatever, but you can't really identify.
As a that and
You know,
this. Yeah, yeah.
And you can't even find other people. Gucci. So too, we're 12 years old. I feel like going through something similar. Let's be friends. You know what I mean? So you always feel like you're alone for like the longest time. But like I said, there's always been that thing that sort of told me, "Good, okay, you know, but the one,
Oh, bro.
I'm a girl, that thing it is a kind of thing." So I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah, I think for me, like, cause I was very bi-curious in
Yeah.
my college years, and not college, what's this, high school?
Yeah.
High school. Like, I was also on this thing of like, I don't wanna like put myself in a box. Tick, I'm this, I'm straight.
Definitely, yeah.
You know. So I wanted to start off by like experiencing shit, like doing it, trying it, and then being like, okay,
It's not for
no,
me, but
it's
I
not
tried
for
it,
me.
yeah.
This I like this.
Yeah.
Give me more of this. But as I'm growing older, like, and I reflect back, I'm thinking, you know what? I understand why sometimes girls have that bi-curious situation, why they like sleep with girls and sleep with boys. It's because girls know what girls want.
the
And
same
maybe
thing,
that's the same thing
the
with
exact
like
same
gays.
thing,
Yeah.
yes.
Is that your own gender knows what
Yeah.
you want.
Because here's the thing, right? The one the one body you know for like you've become so accustomed to, and you know its flaws, you know what it does right, is your own.
Yeah.
And so who better to know that feeling than someone who basically has the same tools as you, if you will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because lo munye
Omunye Fesco.
zobona he founding member.
Eh.
Lo ngale, that's an employee. He could be fired in a second. Like it's only satisfied for now, but in the end.
Yeah.
But that's how I guess you feel as, I guess, if you're gay or you're lesbian.
Yeah.
You know, then obviously if you're straight, you really actually know what's the opposites, because they were built, you know, for me. So
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
okay, sure, if that's how you feel, then go right ahead and feel that. But so sorry, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so basically I've known. Then I've never really had doubts. There were there are definitely times I was trying to hide it. But
Yeah, I was about to ask you that, like you hiding it, like how was that also?
I think sometimes it's so obvious.
Mm.
You know,
When you
someone
hide it, does it
tries to
become
hide something,
more?
It's just like now you're trying to overdo it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for me, it was never hiding in terms of like, now I'm gonna go around dating everyone or whatever. It was more like, now that I know. When I was younger, obviously maybe I didn't know. I didn't have hiding mechanisms for it.
Yeah.
Because I was never felt to be a certain way. You know, I never felt like I was being forced to undo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I have like a soccer crazed father, and I feel like I low-key disappointed him by not being a soccer player. But
Yeah.
hey, listen, but it's basically like once you're older, and you've gained more experience, be it from late primary to now high school, you end up, because you know what to look out for, you know what to not do for the attention to not be brought upon you. You know what I mean? And some people are great at it, or some people are professionals. Today they are married with kids or in long-term relationships
And are
or
still
baby
hiding.
daddies.
Yeah.
Yes, because they learned how to hide it.
Yeah.
And over and beyond that, they ended up learning the psychology of how to hide it. So it's like, you know, make a few gay jokes, but don't be overly homophobic.
Yeah.
There will be a balance. So they oh, no. Lalela, those overly homophobic guys.
Ibona about number one,
probably.
Yeah,
What
very
if
true.
I'm chilling there with the guy, we're cuddling none, or let's say we
Usuya
all lovey-dovey.
baselega
We don't affect your money, we don't affect your health, we don't affect your anything.
Yeah.
So why is it that's uhlushwa What's content phakathi kuwena nje? If that
Ekhalayo.
iyakhala.
Hey.
Kodwa nje khona ekhaleni kwayo, it's like this is wrong. Because if you stay for too long without making a noise or doing whatever.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So when was your first of all, did you ever date or do anything with a female, or were you just like, I'm gonna hide, but I'm also not gonna date a girl just to prove?
In grade 7, there is a girl I dated, but looking back now, I loved her a lot, but I realized it was more of a friend thing.
Yeah.
Because if we still connected these days, but we don't talk, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just Facebook and Instagram, and every so often you like and comment, whatever the case may be. But for me, I realized it was my first super strong friendship that I guess maybe I didn't identify what it was. Because I'll tell you the same thing, Wootsie, while I was dating her, there was another nigga across the road. I was like, all right then, okay? I mean,
yes.
But I've never really done that.
Yeah.
That is the most, above all the things I hate about undercover niggas.
Is that they out here with other girls?
I hate it so much because, you're being abusive to her. Well, not physically, obviously, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You're being abusive to her. And
tolerate
and it's cat saki.
Yeah, very
You know what I
true,
mean?
very true.
Just because you want to hide who you are. And then some people take it too far. Then there's kids now, and now they're married and all the other shit.
AKA the Kardashians.
And yet you are still, we are Pumanje, we go pro. You know what I mean? And now she has to play the role of the wife or the girlfriend or the baby mama, to the best of her ability, thinking, I need to satisfy this guy. I need to make sure he's happy, but I also need to look after my family.
Yeah.
When Zani, you're having the best of both worlds. You're being yourself behind closed doors, and you're being this pillar of the community.
Yeah.
In public. So, but you know what I always said? It is so stupid because in you doing that, yes, you're hiding, because you're scared of you know.
What's
'Cause
gonna
there's something
the backlash?
I was telling you what I was watching, and they said there's nothing scarier than introducing yourself to the world because you don't know how they're gonna react. And so I think that's what it is. People are scared to introduce themselves to the world, so they'd rather just stay in the crowd and just walk where the path is pointing them to walk at. Basically, it's like a thing of Uguti, and as much as you're wasting her time and her resources, being her eggs, her ovaries, and all the other stuff, because wow, Nazi cool, I think that is a lie. You're also taking time away from yourself for you to discover who you are, for you to enjoy
that's
who
very
you are.
nice.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you think you have cheated the world and you are successful and you're victorious. You had the most to lose,
Dude.
because the ones you're hiding from, they're living their lives.
You are lying,
You know what I
like
mean?
you're literally living in a lie.
And I feel like where a lot of people should wake up is realizing, Gucci, you know, people have said this, you're on borrowed time, but more than that, you don't know if it was of work success. So imagine if you die, you're still living a lie, and you never got to even take a sip of what your real life is supposed to be.
Find that true love of
only
like,
because you were scared of what people are gonna say. And you know, someone was saying, like, this was a few weeks ago, oh, there's so many celebrities who are now turning gay. There's so many people now who are now turning gay. I was like, no, they aren't turning gay. It's just now they've been given not permission, they've been given an open gate. Gucci, we still won't judge you as society, but now it's better than before. So these are people who are choosing not to be cowards and hide. But I'm not gonna. Here's the thing. As much as I hate it, I can't blame some of these guys who actually hide to a point in their
I mean, just to other African brothers.
To understand.
So imagine if you are gay.
Yeah, well,
imagine if you're gay, if you're lesbian,
even if someone is a kid, even if someone is a child, you know, you're still kind of scared that something, especially if you ever see a couple or on TV and you see how your family reacts, and you realize, okay, shut up, la.
Yay.
Like, I try. So they get trained from a young age. And that's why they get to a point where even when the guy approaches you and he wants to hook up, you're like, on yourself, knowing very well, but you look straight. It's like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Only because he has.
Hey guys, I'm not gonna lie. There's nothing that breaks my heart than when you look at a person and you just think, nah, this person's straight F.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you what's actually sadder? Don't know no girl, no guy. Girl is so in love, so happy. One look at the guy like,
and you're like, okay.
No, it's not about two inch. Imagine, like the ends.
Hey.
You know what I mean? And she does not see it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, do you?
Yeah. Hey guys, no guys. Know yourselves, be yourselves. So
But
can I just ask, when was your like first proper now like sexual encounter with and like coming out to your family, not coming out, but like just letting your family know that like I'm confirming.
Yeah.
This is it. And
one, I've never really dated anyone because
living my best life.
more than that, I just feel like stupid people think I should be born, but it's a gift I've had for a long time. So I think that's why people call it being stuck up in HN and nanny. No, it's just like my bullshit filter is kind of strong. So, you know, to my family, I haven't really come out, but I haven't stayed in. You know what I mean? Okay. I've just always been me. I've never been this overly masculine now singing, hey. Yeah. Or whatever it is. I've just literally from a young age, we mean all the way. Yeah. So, like the one person who I was told, but now she didn't need confirmation was my sister. Yeah. You know, because we talk quite a bit. And with her, she was just like, yeah, I know. And I think everyone knows. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's a reason why maybe there's some things they don't say around you and looking back now, you know, the only thing my cousin said, my cousin, like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, was like, dude, don't think it's time to now have a child. I'm like, nigga, first, I'm 26. One. I'm still trying to build a business. My car is in ruins. Have you seen my hair, how it looks? You need to have a kid. I am kid myself. You know what I mean? But I never really, but here's my thing, right? If someone comes up to me and is like, dude, are you gay? I'm like, yes. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to, I don't owe anyone a
that
show,
explanation,
you know, because I know I've always been like this. Yeah. And two, you will get to know me or that part of me if it's Claras Kulum or you're around me. Yeah, well, why am I now just telling people unnecessarily?
Why am I, every time I sit down at a new table, I must say, hi, I'm gay.
I must introduce yourself.
Yeah, like
you know, because when I do have moments where people are like, oh shit, nigga, you gay. I'm like, yo. Why? Because now they're under this impression, Gucci, a gay man is supposed to look like this.
Must be like extravagant and some easy, basically. Yeah. Because
now I've been, my gay friends have been accused of being internally having internalized homophobia.
Yeah.
And if me not liking certain type of people, just because they're gay, now it's going to be deeper than just not liking a person. And me trying to pick the people around me, and me, because I'm always saying to people, I'm building a brand.
Yeah.
And the brand is beyond Maurice Jose. It's also brand Ndutuzo.
Yeah.
I mean, and people seem to forget that each and all of us, we are a brand. So who you associate yourself with is what your brand ends up looking like.
Yeah. Quill and Tatu Yisho, I just want to go back before I forget it. You said that your sister said that's why there's certain things that we don't say in front of you. I just want to know, okay, before you answer, explain that, but also now in terms of your environment, like the people you hang around with and whatever, do you think that they also do that? Like, do you think it's they treading on like thin ice, like they try not to say shit to like, what do you call it?
Basically, okay, with my sister thing, I don't think there was a meeting that was ever had.
Yeah.
I think it's just once there's a family member and you love them and you see there might be, a certain way, let me not say or do things that might make them uncomfortable, make them feel as though there's something wrong with them. So that's what I drew from that. I highly doubt there was ever a meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of the friends and the people I keep around me, listen, a lot of people do still slip up. But I understand, because the whole thing about, that's so gay, or, has turned into a not necessarily a line to diss someone, but it's turned into just a statement in a conversation. So when people say that, I don't get activated.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even...
It's like they stop being a pussy type of...
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now imagine if every woman got offended at the next table. Oh my God, don't even stop being a pussy. Like, you know what I mean? But yes, it's wrong, but that's just how it is.
Yeah.
So... it does happen when people say things. And, I mean, because you're my friend, I'm going to react, but not in a serious way. So I'm like, kind of thing. But if someone is said in public, I don't think, especially let's say they've met me and now they know I'm gay, and they say that, I'll take it as that's in their vocab.
Yeah.
So I can't hate on you.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing with people homophobic. I have nothing against them. You know what I mean? It's like,
it's just do your homophobic shit that
they don't
side.
like other black people, white people, whatever the case may be. People are, as religionists, if that's such a thing. Like where you don't like other religion stuff. So why am I hating on a guy who doesn't like my lifestyle? He has a right to. You know what I mean? As long as what his thoughts don't infringe on my happiness or my being, whatever it is.
Yeah.
As long as you don't start throwing verbal attacks or start getting physical.
Yeah, like do your hating all the way far away from me. Yeah. True. Very true. I think for me, like I was saying, is just that I couldn't give a fuck what anyone is. Like, I there's this thing that I read on Facebook. If I have a son and he's gay, I don't want him to come to me and be like, "Hey, mom, I'm gay," or "Hey, dad, I'm gay." He must just come with his boyfriend and be like, "Hey, this is Tom or Timothy," or whatever the case may be. Because you don't do that when you're straight. You just pull through. And I felt that. I was like, you know what? That's something I wish I can also instill in my kids. That if I ever have kids and they ever want to take parts that they want to take, fuck, go ahead, dog. Yeah. As long as you're not killing people and raping and fuck, I think
a lot of families have like a lot of love. Don't get me wrong. I really think so. It's also the fear of what the other family members are going to say.
Very true.
Or my kelwane
yabothina, that's the thing about abanyama esibulala is abazothini abantu syndrome. Yasibulala.
That's how people end up killing themselves, being dead, being in situations they should never have been. Why? Because they were scared of what the next person's going to say.
Yeah.
The next person who didn't say anything. So you were scared of something that potentially would have never happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That person Msaba is living their best life.
Dude.
Because why? Because your bank account is zero.
Yeah.
Because or now you're trying to compete with people, or you're trying to be a certain way.
Yeah.
Because when your debit order comes in for the car at 16,000 rand, you don't give tax. Yeah, but you're trying to impress someone to have a tax. Trying to impress someone who works less than you, someone who's less than you. Like, I mean, just because guys know,
very true.
Okay, guys.
And then, just with regards to your friends again, have you ever maybe seen someone who, okay, I'm not being specific here. Have you ever like maybe seen someone who looks like someone who's in the closet and wants to come out and maybe try to help like Denjal?
Yeah.
And have you tried like reaching out and being like,
No,
dude, poom or something? I don't know.
I'm not a supportive group, eh? I'm really not like. I guess because against London, slid in a circle. Yeah, you're sure. I have, but also what you must understand is some people, they're so mentally like caved.
Yeah.
That even when there are signs or there are whatever symbols, they themselves don't know that there might be, a certain sexual orientation. Yeah, well, but my thing is, you just chill there and let someone live their lives.
Yeah, very
but
true.
also there are certain signs that people often miss, which are so clear to show that someone is hiding, even if it's like subconsciously and they don't know aware of it. One, the main one, you have to almost need to have a certain, like a different girl every month or every week. Look out for those. Because here's what happens. It's sort of the broken telephone effect. But this time it's not broken. The message is very clear.
Yeah.
If Mina Azundu, I'm in the closet and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm scared. Or they might know, or I might be showing something. If I sleep around with like a different girl every week or every month and I rock her world, be it with my dick or my tongue, whatever, depending because people have different skills, and she goes and spreads that news about me,
then it's not going to be...
When a tale comes or a rumor comes around the corner, that's to our wena. Oh, hey, boss, ban. So defend when you want to say, bo, mina sengaza from ulo, nalo, what's hi, he went like, then that's when they start making excuse for you. I ain't clapping the mannerisms, J. That's one. That's how they do it. Number one. Number two, it's always dodging bullets in a gun-free zone.
Yeah.
Basically, they always, when the conversation is steering in one direction, by 1 or 10 kilometers away and start moving it. Good by the time if you get born,
I say collab.
And those people are professionals at that. You know what I mean? And number three is someone who is very boisterous when it comes to speaking about women. You know, someone who's always like every other second, like ready to, I don't know, look for like you see somewhere like those people who always like, and he's like
as I should see those types of
those ones who need to always give a story. Actually, no 7 or 6. You know, but I mean, also in contrast, all those things, if you see it in a person, be it all of them at once or just one thing, it might not be that.
Yeah.
But in my experience, I've picked up more often than not, those are the shielding mechanisms they use, be it that they're doing it on purpose or they aren't aware. So if it's even the subconscious trying to protect your mind, don't slip up. So this is what we're going to do. They come out when they're like 70 something. It's like, not 70.
Dude, like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do now?
You should have stayed in the closet.
Bruh, literally, you're 5 to death. Like, stay in there.
Now you're gonna rob people's worlds. Now you have grandkids, or something like that. And it's like, oh my God, he's gay. And then grandma's like, I always knew.
Poor now, why? Grandma. Hey, God. Hey.
There are many women, the guys are rich. She's like, you know what?
It's fine.
No, bro, somewhere. I have the car, I have the house, I have whatever. No, good thing you're fetch. Yeah. Pick a struggle. You either cry, John Dolo, or in a 4-story house.
So I was like just picking up this thing. They keep calling the sexuality things. I'm an alphabet people, and I went and I googled it, like just the LGBTQIAPK, and I'm gonna basically say like what each letter stands for. So L is lesbians, obviously, woman to woman. G is gay. B is bisexual. T is transgender. Q is queer or questioning. I guess that's like the fluid ones, so the bi-curious ones, yeah. I is intersex. What is intersex? A person born with reproductive or sexual. Oh, was that Sierra?
That was a rumor,
Guys, was that a real thing?
No, like, but every school I went to, at some point in the year,
Yes, someone would mention that
apparently
shit.
Sierra had. Alright, guys.
So wait. Reproductive or sexual anatomy that does not fit the typical understanding. Okay, I guess. Okay, and then there's asexual, which is who does not feel sexual attraction towards someone. Pansexual, what the fuck? Attraction without regard or to gender identity. So mananje.
That's Janelle Monáe. She's pansexual, according to her publicist.
So it doesn't matter what gender then aren't you just...
No, you're not bisexual. Because bisexual, you are, in my opinion, I'm not a doctor.
Yeah.
Bisexual, you know for a fact, Tombazana, guy.
Yeah.
But I think pansexual, it just happens, like in terms of, it's like those people, there's some people who are actually first attracted to the mind and then.
Oh, okay.
If the conversation's great and they've always ever been with, I don't know, men.
Yeah.
And you're a woman, and she's a woman. And it's like, okay, your thoughts, the way you think.
Yeah.
Because we're always stimulated with our eyes and our minds, and our body obviously follows suit because, umzim.
Very true. And then the last one is kink, which is okay. Obviously kinky, people who find comfort in expressing their sexuality in alternative and countercultural ways. Is that like, what do you call it? That
dominatrix number.
Yes.
But BDSM, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, guys. Enzane kube nje ya.
But it's not like all races, because I think we as black people grew up, we're like beaten with whips and belts.
Yeah.
So I don't think I've gone over to a point where now I can find pleasure in being.
Dude, I'm not there. I'm not there.
Whipped and then chained footy.
There's nice
No.
ones. No, there's nice ones. Like that one where I saw 50 Shades of Grey, where he like took, I don't remember, I think it was the second one, where he took that like,
the one with the plank.
That chain. It's not a chain, but it's
That's
like inyawo zakhe, and he spread them, and then he just killed her with his tongue. So like,
because she couldn't even close her legs.
She couldn't close her legs. Oh,
yeah, but were you ever tied up like that as a young child?
No.
So
that's what I'm saying. There are nice ones. No. And her hands were like also tied at the back, so she can't even like move. Which
is weird though, because I feel like that shouldn't even be something added in the list, because I think everyone has kinks. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna identify as being a kink. No, excuse me.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. Like apparently, there's even more coming out because everyone wants to be identified as something. Even
and they decided, it's because they want to be identified. Let's put the oil with the LGBT. Because now they even have ones for people of color. I'm like, no.
And like, people who identify as a different race from what they are. And there's one. Pedophiles want to be identified as a thing.
I remember someone once said, there was a pedophile who was on trial, and he was like, if two men can be in a relationship, why can't I be in a relationship with a child?
Yeah. No, so they want to be like an identified thing, dog.
You're going to compare
bruh,
being like what you are to me loving another man. Really? Like, you thought about that and it felt right. So
hey, guys. All I'm saying is do you, boo-boo, and come out now because, guys, the world, you're not here forever. You're here for a good time, not a long time.
That's what I was thinking. So I said, but imagine if hell was basically a movie, continuous movie, it never stops.
Yeah.
Of missed opportunities. Where instead of being tortured physically, you're tortured, spiritually and mentally. Because it shows you, had you gone left that day,
this is what the fuck would have happened.
If it actually gone into the shop and if it actually said hi to this person,
if you actually came out, if you actually just lived your truth.
Yeah, well, so for me, it's one of those things. I'm like, obviously, this is who I am.
Yeah,
I'm not flamboyant. I have flamboyant moments when Nandi, I'm like, hey, like if I want to. But it's one of those things where, personally and stuff, it's also like, I don't know. And it goes back to the thing of being told, I have internal homophobia. Internalized, homophobia. I cannot stand being around like girly gays. I really cannot. It's not a hiding thing. It's a I know myself thing, and I can't share with you. I don't know who the fuck said every single gay person was your friends with another gay person. It's not the same. It's not. Doesn't work like that.
I actually want to voice something similar where I said, studs like lesbians, but who dress like boys, and I'm also not a fan of them. Like, it's cool, do you? But like, why do you have to? Okay, maybe I shouldn't question. Maybe that's how they feel comfortable in. But I don't know. You shouldn't have. Do you have to be? Does there have to be a boy and a girl if you're both girls?
That's also what sometimes stresses me.
Because the whole point of you.
Who's the man? Who's
yes,
the woman?
the whole point of you being together is because you're also trying to like cut that shit out. There needs to be a dominance and a ban.
Listen, some people don't mind being in a same-sex relationship and being dominated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But also, I don't know, it's just taste levels. That's why sometimes you'd get two, quote, lipstick lesbians together.
Are those both like...
Those are like, imagine two slay queens.
Yeah, oh, okay.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you might find that there might be two butch lesbians.
Yeah.
Together. So it's not necessarily I don't know. But here's what I don't mind. I never mind people asking questions. Because if you get mad about someone asking a question that's about you or your lifestyle, you're a part of the problem. Because they want to know.
Yeah.
If so, afterwards, that's their loss.
Yeah.
But your job or your responsibility, if you're going to always complain about gay rights or whatever it is when someone asks, sometimes the delivery of the question might be horribly off, but they come from a really like a good place of wanting to know what's okay.
Like, I know I always ask you questions because generally with anyone in that point, I'd never want to be like come across as a certain way, and I just want to know like and things like that. But now we're gonna go to truth or drink. So how this game works is I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions, and what you basically have to do is say truth, and you have to answer truthfully and give us a story behind your truth, or you drink if you don't want to answer the question.
Okay. But my thing is, what if all the questions are drink?
Then you're just going to get drunk.
I ask away.
Okay, question 1. Have you ever been arrested?
No. Wait. What?
Yeah.
No. Can I just say no?
Yeah, you can say no. That's your truth, Pill.
Oh.
Yeah. 2. What's your favorite porn category?
I actually like interracial.
Really?
Yeah.
But like interracial straight or interracial like gay?
No,
gay.
Good Lord, what am I doing?
Have you never watched like straight porn?
It
though?
comes up, but I mean, I don't really like concentrate. Like, oh my god. Oh, we're gonna slow on the sack. It's no bigger.
Interracial, which races?
White.
And black.
Yeah, white and black. When you get Chinese and white, it's just funny. Which one's more tan? So
that's very true.
It doesn't. No.
Name a sex position you haven't tried.
Oh my god, there's so many. Because I don't know their names. Like, there's so
Describe
many.
it.
Yo, I don't even know, hey. There's one where one person is like on a handstand. I haven't tried that one.
Oh, I've seen that one.
Yeah, like, good. Like, there's so much. No, gosh. If I knew all the names, I'll tell you which ones I haven't tried.
We need to actually purchase the Kama Sutra.
Okay,
so that I can like show you the picture when I ask this question, and then you can be like, that one. Oh, have you ever used sex to get what you've wanted?
No, I haven't. I've never.
Really?
Why you
I don't know. I just don't trust you.
Like, honestly, I've never.
Yeah.
I literally have never. I'm not one of those people.
Are you a top or bottom? Where you like to be, boy?
I like to be in the middle.
Ooh, boo, 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 boo.
No, I'm joking. I'm just gonna drink. No,
Amazing. Shaved or hairy?
that's a very broad question.
Bitch,
hairy.
I'm talking about that shit you about play with where you can leave the place about play. Shaved or
I
hairy.
just say hairy because I also prefer guys to have hair on them.
Do you?
I can't. If you like smooth, I can't. Now your chest is smooth. Everything's smooth. There's no armpit. There's nothing going on.
I think maybe I should have said trimmed as an option. Because maybe
Trimmed is fine. Yeah.
trimmed instead
I
of
don't know, I
hairy
still feel
because
like the hairier the better.
Not
Also where your back is not. Wow. Also, that's why they have toothpicks.
Oh wait.
Okay, what's the next question now?
Number 7. Which celebrity would you like to design for?
My ultimate goal
Yeah.
for there's just no one and stuff, but I mean, he now had dressed Oprah, so I wouldn't mind dressing Michelle Obama. Like I feel like that would actually, even if I never end up, sort of like going overseas and stuff, just to know that they're someone who was literally once the first lady of the world.
Yes,
you know, is wearing one of my things. Yeah.
Oh wait. And then question 8: if designing was a bust, what would have been your alternative career?
It would have either been music, being an actor.
Hey guys, like this not coming from nowhere.
Okay. Being an actor, or funny enough, if I didn't change subject in high school, because wow, I'm failure, yes, I would have actually wouldn't have minded being a pilot.
Really?
It's just the whole maths and science thing. I was like, you know what, it's fine. Give me a pencil and paper. I'll do what I'm doing now. Cause
are you not afraid of heights?
I'm afraid of heights in a building. I'm not afraid of heights in a plane. Because you can't really fall out of a plane. The plane itself can fall, but you yourself can't fall out of it.
Yeah.
When it's like a building, like anything can happen.
Yeah,
you
very
might even
true.
survive and then
you're fucked.
Yeah, when
yeah, true, I get you. Oh wait, thank you very much, Ndu, for joining me today. Do you want to drop your what do you call them? Your socials.
So okay, I'm just gonna give you my ones because all information's there. So on Instagram, it's at Ndu_MG. Same thing on Twitter, but I'm not really active on Twitter. I just go to watch.
You're born in Daba.
Because I like Twitter. I comment against Luto. And then on Facebook, it's Ndutuzum Kopos.
Oh, wait. Please don't forget to subscribe. Visit and follow our social media pages at Deeply Rooted Durban and catch more fun-filled podcasts and videos. Make sure to catch the show on demand on Apple Music, Spotify, and YouTube, as well as Podbean. You can find me on Instagram at Shini_Bengu. Fuck the dragon. Fuck the captain. It's party time. Bye.
Okay, sure. RadioDR.co.za